Make no mistakes about it, Nigeria is still a tough place to be a girl. 40% get married before they're 18. Female genital mutilation is decreasing but still prevalent. 1/3 of school-age children are not in school. But an early marriage is one of the things that rob girl children of opportunities. But the world talks more about maternal mortality and not enough about child marriage. What do we need to do to put the spotlight on this problem?
I think what you're doing right now by bringing it up is really part of it. So we need to communicate. What Nigeria is amazing at, which I've learned in the last few months, is social media. Social media is incredibly powerful here in particular. Let's talk about it. Let's raise awareness. Let's get the evidence base, the statistics, and then let's make it a political issue. So I think we need to go to our governors, which sadly are all men, but we also need to go to the National Assembly with these issues and say, it's a human rights issue, as you rightly say. It's a health issue. It's an economic issue because population growth, if it continues, will generate such a large population that there will not be enough jobs. And of course, it's a security issue. If we have so many young children that don't have hope or a job or anything to do. But you're absolutely right. Early marriage robs a girl of a chance to get an education, to lift herself out of poverty, to be independent, to have a voice, to educate her girls, to choose how many children she wants to have and to space those children. So we owe it to our girls and to the future of the country to talk about these issues and to make them political issues.
Culture and tradition are big barriers in many maternal and childcare efforts. For example, the conservatives say that with better education for women, dramatic social changes can also occur, such as increasing divorce, postponement of marriage, and single-person households. Learning from the developed world, these are real issues. How do we mitigate these potential social problems?
Not an easy challenge. I think you're right that these are big societal challenges right now. Let's not also shy away from those big societal challenges that come with the fact that uneducated girls will contribute to increased poverty levels as well. So it's not like either scenario is necessarily rosy. But I think we shouldn't use culture as an excuse for not putting the individual at the heart of our vision for development. And when I say the individual, it's boys and girls alike. And I think a girl has a right to want to educate herself, to learn how to read, to get a job, to contribute to society. I think our society needs the voices of girls and women alike to ensure that our policies and our communities are fair and balanced and respectful. And I think we are depriving ourselves from a more balanced community and polity, if you like, by excluding girls from conversations which are economic, business, political, and the like. So, yes, there are risks, but it's not because you go down the path of promoting girls' education and encouraging them to get jobs and to partake in politics that you will necessarily get divorced. You've got or that you will necessarily get societal disintegration. You've got an incredibly strong culture. We've got a beautiful culture that we should celebrate in Nigeria. We've got strong family ties. Girls and women's rights does not mean losing your culture. It means enhancing it and embracing it and making it even better for everyone.
The UK believes the Paris Agreement provides the right global framework for protecting the prosperity and security of future generations while keeping energy affordable and secure. But the United States has just pulled out of that agreement. How will this hamper the efforts going forward?
Well, in many ways, it was obviously a disappointment when President Trump said that he will pull out of Paris. But what has been really encouraging is to see that certain states in the US have actually decided to do it for themselves because they know it's the right thing for them. And lots of prominent businessmen and women have equally said that they will want to respect the terms of the Paris Agreement. And the US is one very important member state in the UN, but there are very many others, not least China now, that is committed to promoting the Paris Agreement, as are all European countries. And I think there's now a momentum behind reversing our emissions, a momentum behind addressing climate change, and a general recognition that climate change is happening. We're seeing it. We're seeing it in northeast Nigeria with the Lake Chad Basin in particular that's drying up, but we're seeing it everywhere across the world. So there's very little space for denying it now. It's just about coming together and acting. And I think, again, back to my previous points about coming together, having strong civil society voices, making sure that business partners with government, partners with civil society will make a change. But we mustn't lose time, because the climate is changing incredibly fast, and so we must keep focused and keep our eye on the ball and keep committed to delivering to Paris.
Nigeria and the United Kingdom have sadly had to deal with a string of terrorist attacks. How can the world defeat the perverted ideology that is driving this evil?
Well, again, a very difficult question. Personally, I think this has to do with giving young people a sense of hope, a sense of belonging, a sense of community and fairness, and working to support integration of all people within society. So I think in many ways what we've seen could be a side effect of poor livelihoods, poor opportunities, lack of voice, and I think when there's genuine debate and understanding and respect, that could be a factor that enables us to see a decrease in terrorism.
Ms. Beaufils, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
And we thank you for watching. Please join us next time when the program returns, but between now and then, let's continue the conversation online at channelstv.com, and tweet me your thoughts, will you please, on my conversation with the UK Deputy High Commissioner. Thank you again for watching, and see you next time.
View footage that don't make the hourly news. Hear the experiences of those who've been through it all.
I was once in an abusive marriage.
They are Fulani men.
They are not Fulani.
And listen as experts discuss the solutions.
We have to look beyond chemical control. We have to start thinking about paracetamol.
Our situation in Nigeria today makes it necessary for us to explore other options.
All on Big Story.